bro.
Happy New Year, motherfuckers.
Back in it, boys. What you saying, bro?
How you doing, man?
What about me, bro?
Hey, man.
It's alright.
What you like saying now? How's your New Year's been?
That's alright, man.
It's been cool, man. It's been cool.
Slow start. I'm not gonna lie. Slow start.
Well, what did you do?
I stayed up.
Slow start, isn't it?
It's not as bad as it gets around the Rona household.
I get it.
Anyway, welcome back to the Playground Junkies podcast.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
How you guys been, man? How was your New Year's? And
You see, with my New Year's, I wanted to go out, but plans flopped. So I just stayed in, watched a Bleach DVD.
as you do.
And as you do,
Yeah.
drank a bottle of wine, and that's it. Just chilling.
How do plans flop on New Year's? That's something I
I
don't get the
let's get into this.
Yeah.
The thing is, my mate was like,
So he's not your mate anymore.
no, he's my mate. That's my guy. It's my guy. But the thing is, though, like I said it in the beginning, like 4 days before, I was like, you know, yeah, I'm finna just have like a chilled one, not do too much.
Yeah.
He was like, no, we'll go to house party. I'm like, say no. And then a few days went by, and then on New Year's Eve itself, in the morning, he was like, oh no, I can't go, bro, because of this and that. And I'm like, well, you could have just told me, you know, you didn't want to go. I gave you the incentive of, I'm finna just take a chill one, you know. And then he just.
You gotta admit though, how chill you gotta be to just watch Bleach, bro? Were you by yourself?
Nah, that's hype though, isn't it? Now you feel like
I'm not gonna lie. The thing is though, my family was there as well. It was only like 2 hours up when I watched it, and then I was with the family just chilling.
Oh, that's calm.
That's the thing. Though.
So you were like, yo, I know you're all here. I know you want to chill for New Year.
Yeah, no,
Give me 2 hours for myself.
No doubt. That's exactly what happened. I was like, I really
thing.
want to watch this right now. So
Yeah.
hey, you know what I'm saying? So
Alright, cool.
I worked.
You would?
I worked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Mad
Man.
one.
How was it? It must be mad at the bar.
It wasn't that bad this year really. It was we had bouncers, right?
Bouncers.
We had bouncers. There were 2 of them. I swear to God, it looked basically it was the equivalent of having Harris and Jason. Yeah,
Oh, sick.
it's never gonna intimidate anyone. ever, yeah.
Good looking
So we're like,
bouncers.
we're probably gonna have to. They were.
We die. Like,
I ended up staying there till 7 a.m. So I spent the whole of New Year's Day recovering.
okay.
And then today I'm still recovering.
Mad.
I feel like.
Mad.
What about you guys? You watched the fireworks?
I watched the fireworks at home,
much.
but what else? What did I get up to much? Sorry, I just read creators of Gay Jesus.
You know what? I read that and I was like, what?
Yeah,
What?
I don't even
We'll get
Gay
to that.
Jesus film.
We're gonna get to that. We've done a little bit of research on this.
Yeah, just kind of had a chill one. One of my brothers was out, the other brothers was out. I was just with the remainders, all the other people who are like a bit
That
too
live
old
with
or too young,
Yeah.
or losers like me. Just
Yeah,
chilled
the
at home.
rejects.
Rejects. We just kind of chilled at home,
Yeah.
watched the fireworks on TV. It's alright. It's calm.
Oh, that's basically what I did.
There's literally nothing wrong with that because I was gonna go out, but when I looked at the prices here for everything,
Nah, it's mad,
bro,
isn't it?
things are like £100 to get in. Yeah,
They're like,
no
yeah,
drink.
£15 you get in, you get no table, no bottle, nothing.
No, that's entry.
Yeah.
So, are you, it's not that deep. That's the thing. I'd rather just wait a
It's
week
tough
later.
out here as a male, going out on nights
As
out.
a male.
As a male.
Bro, when I tell you,
Difficult.
literally,
It's
girls were getting for free,
Yeah,
and the man never got paid like £15.
Yeah.
For what?
Throw a dress on, bro.
it's 50 quid.
Nah,
a
I'm
head,
alright.
but
Yo, Cairo could throw a dress on and get into
I
a club.
wouldn't.
Easy.
I wouldn't.
No, but
How much?
get like a Dragon Ball Z.
Nah,
he's definitely not getting in the club in a Broly
you know what I'm
dress.
saying? I'm saying the hardest man out. Nah, not even.
You can't be saying that and walk around dressed.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but if you go
Probably
in there
see it.
acting hard, right? Don't act don't go in with a dress and be pansy.
We were talking about entry fees here. Now you're talking about getting laid. I feel like the topics
Fair
are
enough.
just
But that's exactly why they let girls in going for cheaper, because the guys are gonna move.
It's the guys' incentives to go in there.
Gonna get drinks, You know one thing I barely want to talk about. It. You know Wiley and Stormzy. I barely want to talk about it because the thing is, it's like I read it.
I know of both of these people. What's going on with them?
Because I mean, they got a little back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah,
but like-
Wiley's just basically.
Wait, why? It's not
Wiley,
Wiley's
yeah.
not relevant anymore. I'll be honest.
He just comes at everyone these days. Especially when he's got an album to release. Have you noticed that he always sends
Has he got an
someone? He's probably
He ain't got-
coming.
he ain't got an
He's
album.
probably got something coming out soon, hasn't he?
Nah,
He wouldn't
he's
be
been
doing
this
this.
since last year, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's just his current album still flopping.
Maybe that's it.
Thing is that I see it. It's basically it's always happens. It's one of those where the older artists taking a shot at the younger ones. But I don't even know if it was a shot. I think
It's
it might
jealousy, man. It's jealousy.
It might have been an opinion because I know it was over that.
Oh, he's cussing Ed Sheeran, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what he's been doing.
Yeah,
Look,
but Wiley's never made it to those heights that Stormzy's at now.
In the grind
I don't know, that Bosey song was
only in
big
the
though,
underground.
wasn't it?
Bosey song.
Stormzy's
That got like that.
mainstream.
I swear that was in like the top 10.
Yeah, that Bosey
That was in
song
the
was
top
big.
10 streams of the
What?
whole year or
Stormzy's?
something. No,
Bro,
no,
Bosey
Bosey
was playing during the
Bosey,
London
Idris
fireworks
Elba,
as well.
Wiley.
Idris Elba was rapping.
Yeah.
You're behind.
Yeah, I'm
man.
out.
You're
I'm out.
behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home.
Do you want me to stay over there while we finish this up?
I have to, bro. I have to.
But the thing is that I don't really understand it because it's like I mean that's the thing in tweets Stormzy was saying like all he's been showing is respect
Yeah.
because that's
He
really
did Wiley Flow. That was songs literally paying homage.
homage like
Yeah.
That's what he's
So-
doing.
Nah,
He did Wiley
So what,
Flow.
is he just dissing Ed?
Yeah,
He
doesn't
said
like
he
Ed,
basically
innit?
said
He doesn't
you're he
like Ed.
basically
But
saying
like,
you're a
I don't like Ed,
pansy
mate.
for doing a track with Ed Sheeran. You're a sellout. You're one of them now. You're not one of us, Stormzy. And Stormzy's come back and gone. What are you on about? You were literally DMing me yesterday saying let's buy our mum's houses in Ghana. What are you on crack? Basically, what he went is
Yeah,
you're
how
on
wild
crack,
is
mate, because you're just chatting shit now when you were DMing me yesterday saying all these nice things.
Holy shit.
And Wiley's then gone, we can talk about it, mate. We can talk about it, mate. And Stormzy's gone, shut up, you dinosaur. He's literally his response.
That's like
Yeah.
a diss nowadays, isn't it? Dinosaur.
Call someone a dino, boomer, dino. What is these disses
I
about
don't know.
being
I'm trying
old,
to figure
bro?
it out myself. Man.
I'm a millennial. We're millennials, and people like we got called a boomer the other day. You got called a boomer.
Yeah, you got
It was
caught.
mostly me.
I think you
yeah.
were a Zoomer.
Nah,
right?
I was a zoomer.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I don't think it's a Zoomer.
Well, I had to look that
Someone-
up myself. Yeah,
Like
I
a
was like,
boomer
these guys
who
are creative.
kind of understand a bit more about the.
It's someone of the boomer age that tries to be a millennial, pretty much.
I don't even know.
So he's
man.
zooming through time and he's trying to catch up.
That's
That's
adventure.
You are fast.
Yeah, that's fast. No, that's like I don't get that. Those disses. Why are you getting dissed for being old, bro? You're gonna get there.
I feel like age is catching up to Harris and he's
A
getting
little bit,
insecure.
bro. A little
Just
bit.
leave him to it. Let him
but
speak.
the thing is though that's the thing with Wiley I feel like he should just show love. Who cares if he did a Stormzy song with Ed Sheeran? Who
And
cares?
the thing is, Stormzy
You know?
paid homage to this guy.
Yeah.
People have now heard of Wiley that would have never heard of Wiley.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
my mum said, you heard the new Stormzy song?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
do you think in 2004 she was going,
Yeah.
yo, you heard
Chris
the new Wiley
Margot
rhythm?
yeah, exactly.
Is your mum a hardcore storm?
Not hardcore, yeah, but when she's doing the washing up,
Shut up.
Sunday when she's doing the washing up after a roast, she
Yeah.
might have the radio on, and you know, you
yeah.
might get a bit of "I'm
Every
blinded by your grace," you know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
nice.
like that,
I feel you. Right.
I didn't take your mum for the type.
yeah.
The thing is though, when you
I've only seen her like twice in my life.
the thing is that when you deep it, it's like you know with Wiley, yeah, it's like you know the whole sellout thing. I mean, you want to blow up.
It's jealousy,
No one does
innit?
not want to blow up.
It's jealousy, isn't
It's
it?
jealousy, you know. You just wanna, I mean, I don't know if it's jealousy, but it's just weird. It's uncalled for.
What was that one? That track that he did that he tried to blow up with? I got money in my pocket.
Wait, who?
It might have been that.
You know that?
Yeah,
he tried
yeah.
to blow up with that song. That was
Yeah.
like popish,
Was
wasn't
that
it?
Wiley?
I think so. To be honest,
That
though,
was
Wiley is,
Wiley, wasn't it?
every artist has dabbled in the
Yeah.
industry. Every artist has kind of
You
dabbled
gotta
with a
try,
pop
innit? Yeah,
dance
you gotta
thing.
try.
Look at Dizzy Rascal.
Yeah.
Dizzy Rascal got hella
But he
songs with
had
Calvin
issues.
Harris.
But he had issues with Dizzy Rascal for that too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
he did,
He had
yeah,
big
yeah.
issues with Dizzy Rascal over that stuff.
Yeah.
There's a few people he don't want it with anymore,
Yeah.
but that's because they already annihilated
Yeah,
him. Devlin
yeah.
destroyed him in 2006.
Oh, yeah, Devlin.
Shit.
And it's-
Who's Devlin now, bro?
Well, Devlin's
Yeah, where's
got a
Devlin?
lot of
Still a
issues
pop,
with
right?
diabetes and stuff, I think.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah. But he still does music and stuff, but I think he's
Okay.
kind of on the back burner for him.
He's sick though.
Talent,
Yeah,
though,
definitely,
isn't it? Like,
definitely.
He did a few songs with Ed Sheeran, Devlin.
and he did a track with Wiley quite recently.
What's
so-
Wiley on then? I don't think
Holy
it's
Grime, you
I
know
don't
that
think
tune,
it's
innit?
good for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
music scene when people start like partitioning.
When you
shit,
hate on
like,
your
oh,
own,
you're
when you hate on your
Grime.
own genre, because okay, yeah, he birthed it, kind of, innit? He was,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
a big name, he's a figurehead in that. But if they're in the new generation taking it to new heights, you got to celebrate that.
100%.
But also, if someone
gotta
like
celebrate
if some
that.
punk metal dude wants to make a song with Stormzy, I think he should do it. Just see what it sounds like. It's music, you know what I mean? It doesn't make you a sellout.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
doing grime.
What
Yeah.
What Wiley likes to do is
Wait,
Wait.
Oh, if you got fat, yeah, that'll be a sickness. No, but what he wants to do is put people in boxes, innit? And when you limit your own genre like that, it's never going to reach the heights that you ever wanted it to.
That's
And
a mentality.
maybe he never wanted it to reach those heights. He was like, look, we're the underground, you know what I mean? And there are a few that are like that. Like I don't think JME likes where Grime's gone either. That's why he released the new album, which
Yeah, but didn't he make a song with the Sidemen?
Who, Jamie? Oh yeah, he did.
Jamie.
I don't like where this is going.
He doesn't like
song with KSI.
He doesn't like improving. He doesn't like the whole. He doesn't like the whole streaming thing and everything, does he? That's why he only released.
Merry Christmas.
He only released Grime MC.
I didn't listen to it.
Physical.
I didn't listen to it.
They're not good.
I haven't listened to his new album.
I haven't listened to it.
But he only released it in the physical, isn't it? But
Thing is, though,
I think there are some grime artists that are a bit like they just want it to stay there. They don't.
You have to go to the future, man. If you stay in the past year, you're literally gonna.
The genre will die out.
If you've got a
innit?
core
The genre
fan base,
will
you
die
can
out.
do that.
Yeah, you can. But how long does that last?
Yeah,
before-
I mean, it's
People live so quick these days.
Yeah, that's true.
That as
It's-
soon as a new
yeah.
trend's around, bang.
It sounds like a good idea to like have it only on a CD, but I don't think it'll get you very far. I mean, I suppose he's doing it not for that reason. More so as a statement, but you have to go to the future, bro. Otherwise, you will be left in the past. It's like playing. It's like us staying on vinyl or us staying on record.
I thought you said stay
You
on
know-
Viagra. I was like,
It's
What's
like-
going on? You just had a lot of weird rubbish today.
You did say Wiley though, right?
I did say that, yeah. I owned up to that straight away.
I've only heard one Dot Rotten song back in the day, and I
Yeah.
don't remember what it's called.
I haven't really listened to it much over time, but I heard all these in preparation for this.
Go on, man. I know you want
Are
it.
you alright with that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, thank you, man. This guy's a real nice guy.
Yo, this is
Thanks, man.
so bad.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's bad.
Well, you're about to give it to me.
Nah,
Sorry,
proper.
back to
No.
Cairo was trying to carry the podcast.
I was like, oh shit.
We're plugging Dairy Milk Oreo.
I was saying sponsors. The thing is though, so Dot Rotten is doing.
it's okay.
Dot Rotten. I mean, as in so basically he's selling for everyone in the grime scene. Why? Why? Like,
I know his initial beef started with Steel Bangles.
he's a
I don't
producer.
know how it spiraled on
Steel
to
Bangles, bro.
So I don't know how it went from Steel Bangles to.
I have
JME
no
to
idea,
Skepta to
but he
Wiley.
went straight to. He basically, from what I've heard, he went. I'm gonna go after you, Wiley, in a bit, but let me go after Boy Better Know first.
That's so strange. Who tells her, yo, I've got something for you?
He did say that, though, didn't he? He did do that. You've heard
I ain't
it,
ready
right?
for you. I'm training.
Have you heard it?
push-ups and you keep out all the man and like, okay. That's wild.
I've not heard it.
Went after Boy Better Know, but most of the song was about Solo, innit? So
Yeah, Solo
45,
45,
you
yeah.
know, the guy that was in Boy Better Know, but he's been now done on 22
Gotta
cases
say,
of
I've
rape
never felt
charges.
more
Yeah,
out
rape
of depth
charges.
than a
22, you know, you were Freedom to the Lions. Or
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that
him.
Yeah,
22
Fucking hell.
counts of rape he's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
charged for.
22 counts.
Yeah, 22 accounts of rape.
Oh my God.
He's in
charged
jail.
guilty?
Yeah,
Is he?
he's in
Yeah,
jail, yeah.
I think he's been
I
found
should hope so.
guilty.
After 22 accounts.
You got 22 times. So the first time.
You know what? You look at Harris's eyes like he might be innocent. You know, like, this is this guy, isn't it?
I was gonna make a fucked up joke, and I didn't know if it was the right place or not.
Nobody's mom wants to hear about jail. like that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Not
Like,
that
22
time,
times is mad. Like, so wait, they all come at once? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no,
like was it one catch and it's like, we're not sure yet. We need to catch him in the scene of the crime. Yeah.
I like
think it might
22
have
times.
And after the
it's a bit
22nd
less,
time, the
isn't it?
cops were like, I think he's.
So
raping
Dot Rotten
her.
had an issue with Boy Better Know because they haven't even addressed the issue, as far as I'm aware. Have you heard them ever address the issue?
No.
They just kind of swept it under the rug when that
Yeah,
never
yeah.
happened. He
In
never
fact,
existed.
nobody's
Like you remember that
yeah.
song? That guy you forgot about him.
Yeah, I forgot about it. Literally,
Yeah, yeah,
it's like I thought it was a good song.
Yeah.
That's it. So
But he did look a bit aggressive, didn't he? So
I can't. I don't remember his face. That's the thing. I just heard the song.
He made a song called Freedom to the Lions, bro.
Freedom to the
Being an
lions.
aggressive person.
So wait, after he
I
told
like-
Wiley to chill, did he come back and come after him or what?
yeah, no, he's gone after Wiley as well. Yeah,
Ah, sick. What's
yeah,
his
he
name?
came with what was it? Koki.
Yeah, Koki.
Koki.
He came
Whoa!
out with. Yeah, yeah.
Koki.
That's a
Yeah.
bar.
So that opium, you dopey.
No, that's live. That's
And he
live.
basically just went after Wiley and said,
Yeah,
"Yo,
he
frickin'."
did really
yeah,
well.
he clowned him. He clowned him. He was like, "Yeah, you went to Bush and frickin' my mate sold you weed. Fucking put grass in the bag and you
Yeah.
bought it."
It sounds like high school so bad. It's like,
Yeah, it
Wiley
does
come
sound
back.
like-
No, and he was like, "You called me up when you were 21 and I was 14, and you said get my chain back from me from these guys that robbed me."
Bro, it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
What's a 20-year-old man doing?
Thing is,
Talk
they
to
could-
you.
they could be true
Yeah, he was like, "You know all them,
Could be true story.
You're
Yeah,
gonna get 22 counts of rape from Wiley as well.
They've got to be true stories.
You
innit?
gotta be in it. It's coming from something like that.
Yeah, wait. So
I've definitely
did
already
Wiley
went into the
did
Wiley
Wiley send
video
back?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wiley came
Yeah.
back.
Wiley came back with
Yeah,
what?
Wiley came back with one diss track.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was alright. That's why they're doing Wiley, really.
It wasn't that good.
There you go.
Nah, Wiley, what was it called?
He's like, fuck your opinion,
Yeah,
mate.
it's
It wasn't
like-
good.
it wasn't
Some kitten song or something. I don't even know what he called it. What did he call it?
I don't know what you call
Let's see
it.
what he
I'm
called
gonna
it.
party. I'm gonna party. There's a song that Wiley did. I can't remember how it goes.
Was that the song?
I'm gonna party.
Kyrie
I'm
just
gonna
having
party.
Curiosity
Literally-
killed the cat. That's what Wiley's
I'm gonna
response was
party. I'm
called.
gonna dance. And then that's
Yeah,
Wiley.
yeah.
So that's
I
the
know
thing.
what song
Wiley
you're
can't
talking
can't chat shit about Stormzy if.
We got medicine for Cairo.
No, because Wiley that song with I don't know who that was.
We're
that
going
girl.
back to it. We're going back to it. Yeah, yeah.
Slightly, but it's like yeah, it's
No,
like,
Wiley tried it and
But
it
they wanted
didn't
a
work
mix,
out
you know
like
what I
it
mean?
worked out for the others. And Dot Rotten's obviously he's just like fuck it. At this point, I'm just gonna send for everyone. I know it is. Grime was always very competitive,
Yeah, yeah,
innit?
yeah.
He's from
I'm
that.
glad he did it.
He's from that
Glad he
era
did it.
where people did that stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It makes sense.
I thought
Who's
it was
the
quite
king of
sick.
grime though? That's where we're at here.
P Money.
Everyone's trying to freaking.
P Money.
You just
Did
had
he
a,
make
you
that
just
song?
had a definitive answer off the bat.
P Money.
Wait, I've heard
Put
one of his
anyone
diss
up against
tracks.
P
Did you
Money,
notice? Who is that against?
Who?
P Money made a diss track called "Did You Notice" against someone. No,
I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
again.
I've heard. I don't know anything
Yeah.
about it,
Did
but
you
I
get
heard that
some-
diss track
Yeah,
and it was
Yeah, he
banging.
forgets who's up there with. He's in contention.
Yeah.
isn't he?
Have you heard that song? Did you notice? It's like it's mad. As far as diss tracks go, that's the kind of shit. I
P
want
Money
to
is
Nick
top
Cannon.
level lyricist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, P Money's up.
That's
there.
undeniable. So that's your pick. Isn't
That's
it?
my pick. That's my pick.
Tell us why over the other people.
Yeah.
Because
Tell
nobody
us why
else.
over everyone else.
Nobody else is that sick, bro.
You know
Nobody
you
else has gone up against P Money and won. In my opinion.
Yeah, alright.
You know what you got to rate it off as well? You got to rate it off like how into grime they are. You know how some grime artists that kind of go off into hip hop, go off into trap, go off into rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, for example.
Yeah.
You know, all the Chipmunks dope. It's like
Chip's good.
yeah, that's one thing you could. I mean, I was gonna say that's one thing you could credit about Wiley, but really Wiley has done his pop songs.
I
He
feel
gets
like
to
there's
survive.
someone you can credit here. We're going back to him is Stormzy because you hear his albums now. Yeah, he's hitting #1 albums in the UK.
Yeah.
He had Shut Up. Was it Shut Up? Shut
Yeah,
Up or
Shut
Wicked
Up.
Skate Man? One of them.
Both of them.
Yeah.
What, both hit like #1.
Yeah.
And they're just pure grind tracks. Isn't it?
Yeah.
He's not my pick.
Who's
I
your
was
pick?
gonna say, alright, cool.
Who's your pick?
I know
I was gonna kill you for that.
He's not my pick.
Nah, hold up. He's not my pick. Let's say Chris's pick.
I was gonna roast you for that.
There you go.
Well, it's just gonna look like it's because I'm white. Devlin is my pick.
Devlin's cool though.
I respect that.
Devlin's tight.
What got me into grime in general was listening to Tales from the Crypt, which came out in 2006. He was 17 years old,
Right.
and he sent for Wiley on that actually.
Yeah,
Oh, I remember one song that he did called "Off with Their Head" to the Wretched.
Yeah, that's a banging
hardest
song.
song. The hardest song
Up
I've
and
heard.
away.
Them two do.
Can't see ya. I got my own scale. I'm a Libra.
Hard.
That's Wretch though. That's Wretch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
but
he's up
still.
there as well. But I wouldn't.
Yeah,
put,
Wretch.
I'd put Wretch there with UK hip hop
Yeah,
and
that's right.
grime because he's done both, right?
Yeah.
But I attribute him more to hip hop than
Yeah.
I would grime. But him, Devlin, Gets, they're all the same crew, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
But Devlin came with some of the hardest freaking diss tracks.
Yeah.
And he's come with great songs like that. He's done
Yeah.
stuff with Ed Sheeran as well.
It's DP's not as big in the scene anymore, man. Like, where's he at?
He's just a talent. Even Kanye, was it in like 2008 or something, where Kanye went, that boy is going to be big. Like, and he was talking
Wait,
about
to who?
Devlin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like he did it in like an interview, one of the big magazines.
For me, it's got to be Skepta.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
And
that's
I'll
also-
back
yeah.
it. Because the album Konnichiwa was incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got, I mean, like, and then when it came to him, it's like he didn't. I never saw him as like. I'm not trying to say selling out is bad, but I never saw him as like.
He never did that, really, did he? He just
Whoa,
he
time
just
out. Rolex speed.
That's
he honed his
Skepta.
sound, mate.
Yeah,
He honed his sound.
come on, man.
That's not fucking.
That's
oh, you know, is that grime though?
It's not grind.
can't be grind,
It can't be grind. Rolex sweep is not grind.
He went through his little phase all
Yeah, which
over
is
the
cool.
house. You
Everyone-
know what I mean? Like, yeah, he went
That's the
through his
realest
phases.
thing.
Yeah.
You have
But he's sick, isn't it? Like the man on Konnichiwa, the song.
to. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a banger, innit?
You know,
Like,
you know, I can't remember the lyrics, but I remember the energy.
he's not up
That's-
there.
that's the
He's
thing,
he's
like-
not up there lyrically with people
Yeah.
like P Money and Devlin and
He
Gets.
ain't
I
gotta
don't
be.
think.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. He don't got to be because his sound and stuff. He's iconic, isn't he? In the
yeah,
UK
100%.
scene.
Do you know who I think that King Grime is?
You just said.
No. I take it. I take it back. I take it back.
You didn't say
Yeah,
Skepta.
like,
Skepta.
you
We
just-
just spoke about Skepta for 3 minutes.
You know what? Actually, yeah.
King of grime, king of trap, king of drill. It's Drake, man.
Oh, I see what you're
Drake.
doing
Wow.
there. I see what you're doing there. You want to talk about war.
Yeah, you don't.
Wow. Imagine calling Drake the king of grime.
No.
My God, right? It'd be like if I said Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran does grime.
That's probably your pick, though. You were about to say that, weren't you?
I was going to say that to piss you off.
He's
I was
testing
gonna
the
piss me
waters.
off.
He's testing the waters, isn't it? He was going to get pissed off at me saying Stormzy, so you better think about what you're
Storms.
Well, you all know I don't listen to grime that much. The shit I heard back in the day was like Ghetto Coyote. Was that Kano or
Yeah,
something?
Kano.
Or
Oh, you can put
yeah.
Kano.
Oh, we forgot.
Kano's
I
up
know.
there. No.
So
I didn't
like-
forget him. I never forgot the man.
Yeah.
Nah, you forgot you existed.
Mentioned him to you earlier, actually, didn't I?
We need to make a top 3.
What, of grime?
Just take your 3 picks. Oh, not Drake, actually.
Could
Fuck.
you-
Ed Sheeran's higher than Drake on grime.
I can't believe he went from Skepta to Drake as well.
Yeah, I
like-
know. That's such
I was there like, alright, he's changed his mind.
Because you know Drake's.
War, yeah, you're talking about the drill stuff now, though, is what we're on.
We'll talk about drill. We'll talk about drill.
Yeah, we are talking about drill.
So then, what do you think of Drake? War.
Shit.
War.
Terrible.
Why?
Trash.
Why?
Oh, is
Shit.
that the drill song you just made?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, trash, yeah. sorry.
Yeah, you know what? I heard
Get
it.
out.
You're in the minority,
Why?
here, and not just ethnically.
No. I actually, I heard it for the first time today, yeah, and you both were saying to me that I was going to hate it. Yeah.
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 I didn't hate it.
You liked it.
I didn't like it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
Did you sit the Muswala it? Was it like Miss 47, bruv? Or was it worse?
I didn't mind it.
Oh,
Would you play it again?
No.
Oh, there you go.
Did
But if it came on, I wouldn't turn it off.
No.
Okay.
You know what, Bun?
Cause
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause-
There's a difference,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Because that's the thing. If it was in a club, yeah, it's gonna go mad. Like I already know the
Over
market,
here,
it's
that's
be
gonna.
mad.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's
Yeah.
drill's very one-dimensional. I find.
Hello. It all sounds the
I mean,
same.
they're
And
trying
so
to
he's
ban
just
drill,
saying
right?
that.
They were trying to ban drill.
How can you ban
Yeah,
drill?
they tried.
You can't ban a flow, can
Yeah, I
you?
know,
Imagine banning
That's
the
my
flow.
point. They were trying to ban
You can't
drill.
talk like that.
Oh, no.
Doesn't make sense. But
Wait, Drake War. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics and see if there's even
Let's
one
do that.
bar that does it for
There
you.
is one bar that I said I'll get it for you. I can't remember.
There is one bar in the full track.
There's
There
one
was
bar.
nothing that made me nod my
I
head.
don't
I'm not
crop
gonna
things
lie.
for resale. Don't do iCloud. Don't do email. Feds want to tap up man and wire up man like Chubbs did detail.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like he sounds way more British than I do, you know.
Well,
Tap
me?
up.
Yeah, I know. I like
No,
it.
yeah, that's the thing. He's forcing himself to try
Tap
and use
up
this
my
slang.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He's forcing himself to
Back
use
when
this slang.
Ricky was
If- imagine
doing
he's
up
jamming-
Teasdale, I was doing dinner with Teasy. I don't trust no one. Swore gal line me cause gal too greasy.
Mark, what does that even mean?
Yeah. How do you say it, man?
That sounded deeper. Like, what's
Pico
that?
never move. Nike, sweatsuit, Nike, sweatsuit, DG. If man
don't
get
think about
beaky, ring, call up Gigi, do him up neatly.
No.
It sounds like... Nah, you know, yeah. It's the
I
way
think the only
rap.
thing we've learned from this is that Harris is never going to be able to do a drill track. That's the only thing we've learned.
I got it. You niggas spend too much time on captions, not enough time on action. Nah, wait. And then it's pick one man with slaps that's rapping. I bet you don't have no clashings. He sounds hella. You know, he sounds.
Oh, I
really...
thought you were trying to find us fire bars.
No.
What
It's
you
the,
did,
it's the
bro?
captions and actions. You know, it's
The thing is,
yeah.
yeah, that is anyone else that's actually a good lyricist throwaways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think this is a big song. This is a big deal for him. He's doing what he wants. Like, he don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He's just trying to get. He loves Britain for some reason. He loves London.
Yeah,
for
fair
some
enough.
reason.
Fair enough.
But
He
you know
wants
what?
to capture that scene. And
Yeah.
I'm wondering when is Drake gonna like just ease back, or maybe that's happening now because I feel like it's happening. It's been happening over the last 2
No, I
years.
feel like instead of easing back, he just releases these playlists, which are just random songs that he never bothered releasing.
Yeah,
He's still
yeah,
got
yeah.
the flow of music coming out, and he stays big.
Yeah.
Like, he gets to #1 with playlists of literal throwaway sons.
It was like
That's true.
More Life. I feel like Scorpion was a throwaway, to be honest.
All of his albums have
was
pretty
nice.
much been throwaway for a long time.
I felt his last.
Nothing Was the Same was good.
Hotline Bling, wherever the album that
Oh
was.
I
my
feel like-
god.
Was it Views? Views.
100 with the game.
And then afterwards, it's like.
That's on the game album.
That's on the
It's
game
just-
album.
Ah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
That game album's sick as well.
What the new one? What do we mention too? Is that yeah?
So we can agree the Drake song was
Nah,
mediocre.
that's
yeah?
hard.
Alright, you think it's
still think it's
mediocre?
hard?
Yeah.
You didn't even read the lyrics.
No, it's the way he says it.
No, but everyone says it like that.
Yeah.
What
That's
are we
the
doing
flow.
that we can't already get from and support our own people already?
we are getting that.
He's got 14 million views on the video, yeah. Name me one drill track that's got 14 million views in that time.
But you know what is crazy? I don't know. There isn't.
And who's listening to that? Because you know it's a lot of those people will be English that are listening to that.
Yeah.
So they're supporting Drake instead of supporting the people that birthed that scene in there. And
there you go.
You know what? Real facts here.
Deep dip.
Oh, nice.
But you know what's cool though? It's like
I was trying to get into the drill scene, to see what it's about, and I just kind of struggled to like it. I don't know what it was.
I don't really get it either.
you know it's
Like,
I don't get why people like it too much. There's no
kind of like-
variety.
You like limit yourself to like a very basic flow structure.
Yeah, but that's drill.
one.
Yeah, we got our first drill track.
This is the track. Let's do it. PJ's new drill, bro.
Honestly, if we wanted right now, I could write and record one tonight, and then it will be up on the channel tomorrow. That's how easy it is. I don't think it's.
Are we taking that as a challenge?
I'm not releasing a drill tune tomorrow,
That's
guys.
the PJ Drillers.
PJ Drillers.
PJ Drillers.
PG Driller.
Oh, imagine.
We have to get some street cred up. So maybe if we all just go out like stab one or two people each.
Obviously, yeah. You need to build that
Just
reputation
get that
first.
rep up,
Yeah.
so that when we talk about it, we ain't fake, innit?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's one thing about drill though. That's why it's kind of limited.
It's just so easy.
You've never
It's
heard
just
a
so
soft.
easy.
Yeah, ridiculous.
You've never heard a soft drill song.
I don't trust these hoes. I pour 2 pints in a row. There you go. I've done it. Oh god,
Say it the right way, yeah. It slaps.
You want your first song of the channel to be romantic drill? Make a new genre.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Give us the bar, bro. Give us the bar.
Show love for your quaff. You know what I'm saying? Who are you chefing that you?
I got love for all my girls. I give them all diamonds and pearls.
Exactly.
Pyro's your official hype man.
Oh no. That's for that.
I think we gotta get.
Yeah,
get
let's transition on to the next thing.
Juicy
that we
J.
get to. Yeah.
Juicy
Wait.
J.
Who is
So-
Juicy J?
He's a member of the
3-6
Mafia.
Mafia.
Oh shit! Okay. You told me this the other day. So he puts out a tweet saying, "If I inspired anyone to do drugs, I apologize."
Yeah.
And he was a big.
He was a big drug.
He was big at one point.
And
So
what are his tunes like? Are they all about?
You've heard a few of his tunes.
Alright,
3-6
fine.
Mafia.
So I'm gonna say
But
this.
even,
This is
no, but
cloud
even
chasing.
Juicy J doing his solo stuff, he's heard some of those songs. He
Probably
just doesn't
have,
know he's in it. He's on Katy Perry.
Why would
did
I?
that.
I mean, I don't listen to Katy Perry. I'll be
You
honest.
do,
Nah,
don't
but
I know how you really tune in the new year, man. Like,
Thing is though, you know that I mean, not really. His tweet is his tweet, but I feel like you know that rapper
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD. I think that's what's
Yeah.
sprung this. Obviously, Juice WRLD
No,
dying.
this is
and-
bullshit. This is cloud chasing. What about his latest songs? Is he still talking about drugs and hoes
Probably,
and all that
yeah.
shit?
How sorry are you if
You're still
leave them out there?
And like also, if I
Yeah,
inspired
he
anyone to do
pulled him,
drugs,
hasn't he?
How sorry are you? Like,
is that what it takes? Drugs kill families, bro. People like overdose. People ruin their lives. It ruins everyone's life.
What did it take for someone to die for him to do
And then, but
this?
even
You don't
then,
even know he's the one who
that's his
tweeted that.
apology.
You don't know
Yeah,
if it's just
yeah,
his manager's
true.
gone, just treat this just in
And
case.
also,
Yeah.
is that enough? If you had like a family member that died because they were listening to this knobhead songs, telling them to do drugs and shit, and you overdose.
But there's
Yeah.
no, but
You think that-
there's
oh,
another
that
side
tweet-
of the coin though.
Yeah.
How can you blame him for someone deciding to do it based on listening to a song?
That's true.
I listened to Eminem talking about slicing off heads and freaking chucking
And
his
you
wife
do
in the
it.
back.
yeah.
That was years ago, man. I've learned
real.
since then.
Look, but it's scientifically proven, man. Music media is a form of brainwashing, right?
Yeah.
And like you can get, if you keep attacking kids with the same messages, it does fuck some of them up. Fine. If we're going away from murder or brainwashing in general and just look at drugs, I think songs they do make people do that shit, man.
I don't think they make them.
It's choice.
No,
Influence,
everything's
yes.
choice.
Choice,
Everything's
choice,
choice.
choice.
but
Influence.
Yeah.
But
To some
I just
heavily
don't think
influencing.
those people are solely to blame for the.
Not solely, but like it'd be like if you're sending your kid to school and there's like 5 drug dealers on the way to his school who keep trying to give him crack. Right, one of the days, my kid's gonna take some crack. Whereas if you put him in an environment where he's not being targeted by these dealers on the way to school, he's less inclined to take the crack. It's still his choice, and the drug dealers aren't solely responsible.
They've also already
They have to
talked
take
about
something.
Juice WRLD's death and how I think it was his girlfriend was saying that he was in a bad space, and that it weren't just the lifestyle being glorified, it was the fact that he needed an escape.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, these people rap about things when it's their escape.
Yeah.
But then there's these people that don't understand that that's not cool. It's just because they're escaping from something else, isn't it? Because we're not hearing everything, are we, from Juicy J's life? We don't know his life. If you're 13 and letting your kid listen to Juicy J, then you've got an issue as well.
Didn't say that. Didn't you listen to that stuff when you were 13?
I listened to Marshall Mathers LP when I was about 13, and that's talking about a bunch of stuff.
Kim.
Yeah, but then Kim. I guess you were able to distinguish that this is a joke, but some kids don't.
Joke?
I didn't even know it was a joke. I just thought it was mad.
As in, you understood that that's his life.
That's not how I meant to act. No, but that's what I'm saying. See, how stupid does it look? Yeah. How stupid does it look? If I go, you laughing because you go, of course you didn't act like that and murder people, then surely you can think the same sort of thing would apply for this.
What? You carry on, I've just cut myself.
I don't know, I think we're looking too deep into it, you know?
Nah.
I genuinely believe
you want to go really shallow into this, though, yeah? Let's do that then, yeah. Juicy J's sick, bro. Yeah, let's just all do drugs, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
No, I genuinely believe, these guys are just having fun in the studio.
I agree with that.
They're popping pills, they're trying to escape from wherever they're escaping from, they're rapping. Music is fun.
It's like Wayne and Lean, isn't it? All he was...
Yeah, I think it's culture to
I genuinely think they're
like,
told by their managers, this is the agenda we're pushing, this is how you get more sales, we need them doing more of these drugs because it does that. Yeah. And then instead of saying...
Oh, no. I think you're delving a bit deep into conspiracy theories at this point.
I think Vic agrees with me on that. I think the studio tries to get their...
I don't think they go to Juicy J and go, what can we do to get kids to take drugs?
I don't think he does it. I think his managers do, and then they're like, yo, make this song.
I don't think so, you know. I think these guys come in...
I think regardless, kids should stop taking drugs.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
Talk to people.
Which is actually something Eminem says in his album.
Let's jump off Juicy J because I feel like we're never going to agree on it.
I feel like
I'm on like Illuminati levels, Vic somewhere in between. Cairo's on the other side, thinks everything's fine.
I know it's fine. Everything's fine. I think these guys just having fun. They're doing drugs. It's fine. We're just doing drugs.
Yo, this guy, do we want him on the channel?
It's good to have contrasting opinions, I guess, isn't it? You know what? I'm with Cairo on this one. Let's just make it a 2-on-2
here. When you threw Vic on the Illuminati side.
He's closer to it than I am.
But you know what? Just to finish it, to cap it off, I genuinely believe if you don't want to be an advocate for drugs, you just fall back. You stop doing drugs and you talk about your subject matter changes completely. If you really are apologising,
so he's not sorry, is where we're coming.
But what happens if your whole career is based just off doing that? You can't just switch.
Nah, you seen Mad Men?
Yeah.
You know.
No, but at that point, if you're saying that, shut up. you know, saying that though, that means what you're saying is that he does on purpose get people to do drugs. Yeah. If they have to, if they feel that they have to carry on doing that for their money.
What if he was a drug user at his early stage of his career? Yeah. And started making music about it, and that's what made him money.
Yeah.
You know what?
And now he realizes it's bad for the people, but that's what makes him money.
That's what makes him money.
But I was saying once again, Mad Men, there's a scene where their whole company is all about selling cigarettes. That's their biggest client, advertising cigarettes. And then he decides to go against it and saying we're not going to do cigarettes anymore because it's bad for people. Yeah, the ulterior motives, but the point is you can make that shift. It's a strong change. Yeah. You're going to get bare people hating you, but you're going to get a bunch of new people saying, you know what, I respect the decision you made.
No, when artists change up like that, they get big exposure as well. I can go into the pop realm and we'll talk about someone. Avril Lavigne. Remember, she disappeared for ages. She came out with that girlfriend tune when she was all pink-headed going, I'm a princess and all this stuff. Like, she did that Kitty, Hello Kitty song and everything. But how much attention did she garner going from the skater girl to that as well? Sometimes when you switch up to such extremes, which I don't think Juicy J could ever have that impact. He's not going to be able to do a song like hey you like you God forbid.
That's a tune. That's a tune.
You'd rather he rap about drugs for the rest of his life.
No. You know, it sounds so wrong for saying it, but it's like before I get into it, you know, like Future. Future said in an interview that he doesn't do any drugs, but he likes rapping about it. So it's a bit bizarre.
That doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that means someone's telling him, yo, you'll make money.
I don't think no one's saying
you're proving my Illuminati.
Like rapping about it. That's I'm saying it's kind of like.
Also, I very much doubt he doesn't take any drugs.
Yeah, so do I. But the thing is though, when I really deep it, I'm like, I don't know if I want to hear Future rap about anything else, because I know the feeling I get when I hear him in a club or when I'm in a pre-drinks. I don't take drugs, but I'll drink.
Yeah.
And I just feel good about it.
You're in a good enough headspace where the music's not going to influence you like that, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're not going to be like, fuck it, I'm going to go out and take a bunch of drugs.
I'm going to try and make some lean. You know, like, what am I doing? You know, sorry.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, let's swerve into a next topic, man.
Alright, man, I'm gonna bring this one up, Vic. Creators of Gay Jesus film on Netflix were attacked with Molotov cocktails.
Their offices
were
burned down by Molotov cocktails.
What is gay Jesus?
Okay, there's a spoof film called Porta dos Fundos that's come out. It's a Brazilian
Which is
film.
the first temptation of Christ, is that what it is?
What?
I unfortunately do not speak the language.
That's why I just remember the English.
And basically, they've released. I think it was around Christmas. I think it was Christmas Day or something. It came out. It's got something like 2.8 million complaints sent into Netflix to get it removed.
I can imagine.
It's a pretty sensitive topic, and Brazil, especially, it's come out over there.
Yeah.
A very Christian nation.
Yeah.
And there's been a big emerging gay pride scene there over there as well, and there's quite, I think, a clash because they're politically. They've had a lot of politicians coming out and basically they're homophobic. It's like a bit of a clash.
PJ Holiday next year, yeah?
I'm right.
What? Homophobic?
No, not even.
Not going near those gays.
You mentioned the topic. So the guy's like, it's wrong.
Not even. I'm just saying that. I'm right. You know, I'm cool. But I mean, like, I'm still baffed. Why make a film called Gay Jesus? It's not called Gay Jesus.
That's not very good marketing. I'd probably watch it.
I would as well.
I mean, it sounds
I'd be
jokes,
intrigued, I think. Yeah.
It sounds jokes, but why? Like, what's the point?
It's just
I think the point of it is that people have been so angry that he's done this. People have been so angry that they've done this that they've burnt down their director studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think? What do you think about that? What do you think? It's an overreaction? Do you think
Completely, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that. I get you're pissed about
it.
Come on. As an artist yourself as well, all three of you, freedom of creativity is a thing, man.
Yeah. For real.
You rappers can say the word faggot in songs and stuff. It's both sides of the coin, isn't it? That they have every right to make that. People could not like it if they don't want. You don't burn people's.
But the only problem I got with it, I got a problem with it now. The only problem I got with it is that it's disrespectful because some people obviously look up to Jesus highly, innit? So you're disrespecting what they believe in.
Basically, like we all said, PC-ness is wrong. People should be allowed to say stuff, and realistically, it's not. You know, the followers of Jesus shouldn't be out there like
throwing Molotov cocktails. Yeah.
You should. It's not what Jesus would have done.
The opposite of the word of Christ, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So fair enough. All right. I think you wanted a.
Yeah, I know you guys are dying to get.
Anime talk.
You want this? I'm not even dying for it. I'll take part my name. But anime pit stop. All right.
Anime of the decade was announced.
Yeah.
And there was a big vote on it, and all
was it?
fans named Demon Slayer.
Hype beasts. More so.
The anime of the decade.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, it
2010.
debuted in 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. Only a few months ago.
It debuted
That's
in the
not right.
last year of the decade.
Surely
Surely
you can't rate that.
I don't know why. You're very true. I don't know
How
why.
many episodes does it even
rate that.
have?
26.
That's not.
Wait, when did it come out in 2019?
Huh?
When did it come out in 2019? Early in 2019.
Earlier.
So it hasn't even been out.
It wasn't end of 2019.
So it hasn't even been out a year, but it's been rated.
The best of the decade.
The whole decade.
I don't
fam.
agree.
Has our decade been shit?
It's been the best decade of the best.
Mate, because when you think about anime, you gotta think about One Piece, Naruto, Bleach. There's so many have ended this year. One Piece is still going on, but so many have ended this year that I've been that we've lived with. You know what I'm saying? Even Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball
Naruto
last
year.
Naruto ended
a few years ago.
2017, and then Boruto started after that. So it's like you've had so many great animes end this. Even Hunter Hunter, I think.
Hunter is still ongoing. The manga is
okay.
He's just because
he comes back for a couple chapters every now and then.
All right, what's your personal? Because we don't want to do this too much.
Let's go by year. So anime of the year.
This year, I haven't really watched
2019.
I'm more of
Kengan Ashura. That's both of them.
I've heard of that. It's on Netflix.
It's a Netflix one, yeah. Oh my god, it's so sick. It's a martial arts tournament.
I love it though.
It's so
I
sick.
love it because Baki was hard.
It's better than Baki. Made by the same people.
It's better
than it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Wait for season.
Alright, so we got a double Kengan. What about you, Carol? What you got?
Anime of the year.
Does it have to be anime or can it be manga as well? Cause
anime,
You,
manga,
if you don't really watch much,
Yeah.
If we were doing manga as well, I'm sorry, but One Piece has been the greatest thing this year.
Excluding stuff which has been ongoing, like something new for you.
Newish.
I think 2019 was the year I started reading The Promised Neverland, which is phenomenal. But Kengan Ashura wins.
For me,
that final arc, have you read the latest?
Yeah.
So now they're coming back to the house up against the mum again.
Yeah.
Oh, you serious?
I'm hyped, yeah.
I want to start today, right?
Honestly, I thought they were ruining it a bit, but that is the nicest way they could have ended it.
Maybe we shouldn't put that in.
What?
Because there's people that are watching the anime.
But we talked about Ghost.
We
talked about Power the other episode.
Oh yeah, no, you did.
That's pointless.
What's your top?
For me, I feel like
This year.
My Hero Academia.
Okay.
Because when I tell you, because I've read the manga, I'm up to date with the manga as well. But like the anime, the way they
I've never
portray
watched
it.
anime.
You know what's the anime?
The animation is top notch.
You've
In the good
only read
fights,
it?
it's really good.
Oh man, I mean, because I feel like it complements. Like they work. Like it's so. Like you know how some anime you got it diverts away from the manga. Where it's the manga, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah.
My Hero Academia stays in touch with it. You know what I'm saying? It's the way they do it. You know, it's just
they've had that controversy recently, haven't they, with One Piece? And they said the fight with Kaido is completely different. To what
it was.
manga.
I watched it with Vic, and I kept looking. I'm pretty sure Luffy just did a one bang and dropped him.
Yeah, Luffy
and then I watched the anime fight, and it went on for a time.
That's just like Naruto. Though. Naruto does the same
like
thing.
a whole episode of him just getting weak.
Though at least they did something because Naruto they made the pain fight a bit cooler.
Yeah, definitely.
Than it was.
Pain is what. Let's not get into my favourite villains of all time. Pain will be up there. Let's not talk about decade yet. We'll get into the
cool.
in a bit. Anime of the year, Kengan Ashura.
Yeah. 100%.
Brilliant, fucking top notch, man. It's like cell shaded though, isn't it? The animation.
I've not seen Kengan yet. I know you guys are big trying to. We'll watch an episode after this.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably go one which has genuinely given me the most hype
this year.
The Promised Neverland.
Okay.
Because just like it was like reading Death Note like for the first time.
It is.
I just felt like the mind games are back, and I love that. But there was still an action element, which actually is the weakest part of the story. But it's still like it does well. It does well.
Okay.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, I'm hyped for that one. We'll have a different podcast for anime exclusive chat if you want. But
I've got to say, decade though is still Naruto.
Oh,
man.
good.
I can't lie.
I'm going One Piece.
And I
thought you were about to say Drake there.
Drake is my favorite anime, hands down.
Imagine Drake's anime. What would happen, bro? What would happen?
It'd just be him trying to get women, basically.
Honorable mention that I finished this year was Bleach. Like I loved the anime, and then the finishing the manga as well. Everyone I talked
You
to,
liked the finishing of the manga?
No, everyone I talked to did not like the ending of the manga.
Please tell me you didn't like it.
That last arc was the hottest garbage I've ever read.
You better have a good answer.
Here's the thing. I deeped it. I was like, okay, you know what? So no one really likes the ending. Everyone told me they didn't like the ending. Then I read the ending. I was like, there are some holes in it, but at the same time I'm like, you know what, how could you end it? I didn't know a way if they could end it, because the last guy they faced was basically immortal.
No, how about actually showing us the final fight?
Do you know what?
We saw the fight. No, we didn't. That was
it's not even that yet. It's not even that yet. They could have ended it after the Aiza and stuff.
Oh yeah,
That was the perfect ending.
I read a whole thing on this, a whole article.
Cuba got forced to Russia.
He got forced. He was in depression. He didn't want to write anymore. There was a kid who was dying, and he wanted his last wish to finish Bleach off. So Kubo kind of continued it. But
I've only read one thing that's been more disappointing than that as an ending, and that was Hitman Reborn.
Oh shit!
Like you even forget about that now because the hurt it caused you. We were so into that.
We all of us were into this anime. Mad! It was so good.
Hitman Reborn.
And then they ended it the way they started.
We all had the rings and everything when we were.
I've still got my ring. I'm saying it's in my bedroom in Edinburgh, bro.
It's mad weird, yeah. But we were all like, we all went to like Anime Expo, got these rings. I was freaking Lambo. I felt massive, yeah.
Chris was lit.
Yeah, no, happiest day of my life.
That ending though.
And the ending was so bad. It basically went nothing mattered. We've started exactly where we've ended exactly.
Well, since we're on disappointment already, New Year's resolutions. Let's start with Vic, man. What you got for this year?
Fucking hell, bro. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. To be honest. New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, man. What do you feel? What do you want to achieve by 2021?
I want to have a professional channel for the Playground Junkies. I want us to be.
Yeah, we could do it. Yeah.
I want us to be hitting those numbers. You know what I mean?
Hitting them numbers.
Hitting those numbers so
Alright,
that we're on a professional level.
What about you, Chris? What's yours?
My stuff's a bit more of a personal goal. I need to get back on the weight loss kick.
Oh. Yeah, I'm joking. Sorry.
Harris's one I'll pick for him. He needs to stop making random noises. That's his one. But I need to just get a bit healthier again and just kind of. I need to enjoy this year for myself.
6 months from now, Chris, you got to be hench on the podcast.
Wedge.
Yeah, and then I'll do that romantic drill tune.
Alright, fine.
And then nobody can say shit to me.
Bro, if they get us to 1,000 subscribers, you release romantic drill.
Alright, done.
Done.
Romantic.
Alright, cool.
Oh shit.
Cairo, what's
But
yours?
I need creative control over that.
Yeah,
video.
cool.
You got a job, you got a life. In general, I feel like for me, one thing I really want to do is definitely this more, the podcasting thing. That's one thing I want to do. I want to because I see myself doing this professionally, but also I'm looking 10 years from now. I'm thinking way ahead. 10 yees from now, I don't want to be settling in this. I want to be settled. Where's this going? But I mean, proper studio.
Yeah.
Actually making money. Because when I think about podcasting and radio, you could say it's kind of fallen off. No, I don't listen to radio.
Who's listening to radio now? Nobody does.
But the thing is, it's still got a market.
Old people. No, people do still listen to radio.
So listen to it. But sometimes you listen to only radio just for the interviews.
Yeah.
And I love doing it. Because that's how I got into doing podcasting and radio.
Because you were doing radio time ago.
You did, you were doing West Side, weren't you? Yeah.
What about you, Ars?
Yeah, definitely PJ related as well. Want this
pajamas related.
Huh?
Pajamas.
Oh, I thought you said
pajamas.
something.
Yeah. Obviously,
So
I just want nicer
sleep
pajamas, better sleep.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's at for me, man. I want the channel to get obviously, man, we're on this. Just want it to get to where I think it can get to. I don't have any real numbers in mind. I'd like to see some growth.
Yeah, some growth, man.
Growth in his PJs.
Yeah, there you go.
More people as well. More people. There's a good group of maybe 8-9 of us together.
Yeah.
More people who are just musicians that are yo, I got a track. Can I put
just get more people involved? Yeah.
More involved. I genuinely think where this is strongest is that it's community, right?
Yeah.
We're just getting people
more
involved.
People you
it's
bring,
free.
The better it is.
We're not charging anyone, so we can just help people make good shit. I think we've gotten our resolutions out of the way.
Although my last resolution would be more music. I still plan on.
music,
I do still plan on doing big things in music.
You got any,
next 5 years.
tracks for us soon, bro?
Yeah, I got another one, actually. I didn't send it to you.
I don't know. We'll take
Why are you featuring on my romantic drill tune, bro?
Shut me in it. I don't know this.
The thing is, but it's drill. We can get all the boys on it. Literally, we can do a 10-minute tune.
I will go so hard.
Do a drill cipher. It's done.
What a drill?
A romantic drill cipher.
Yeah.
No, not a romantic drill cipher. All of those boys coming up.
Maybe the drill cipher is separate from my romantic tune.
Yeah.
Alright, boys. Any sign-off messages? Been the Playground Junkies.
It's been the Playground Junkies. Feel free to follow me at Aiza Woods on Instagram.
At Doodle is win. I'm Chris.
At Doodle is win.
You need to work on your sign-off. I'm Chris.
I like my sign-off, actually.
My one, you can catch my Instagram, KySensei. That's KY Sensei with 2 eyes.
Of course. You can catch, obviously, at Playground Junkies.
Yeah, that's
Go on that one. But if once again, if you want to check me out,
don't do it.
At Harris_.
See what pajamas he's getting this year, you know?
You know what I'm saying? Alright, guys. Signing off.
It's been a pleasure, mate.
Cheers.
Bye, y'all.
J Jesus.